Oh, greetings, hello everybody, welcome, hi, to another wonderful installment of NPCS ALL podcast, a podcast talking about all things geek culture and pop culture and games and stuff. My name is Derek from AtopDerekMountain, one of your wonderful hosts, and I am joined by two other wonderful human beings.
Hi, my name is Rob. Hi, my name is Luke.
And we are going to be talking about the end of the year recap. I want you to think about all the games that have made you very happy, all the games that have made you dangerously sad, and all the games that might have hit and disappointed you like you were a stepfather looking at your redheaded stepchild. What have we been playing as of late? Anything good?
I think we have the same answer. Pokemon Violet and Scarlet.
Oh.
Team Scarlet. And
Team-
I am Team Violet. So we got different versions. It's been fun. It's been a fun game. It's been fun. I want to go into more detail, but I want to wait. And the other game I've actually been playing a lot is Sonic Frontiers. That may also come up as an answer in one of the other questions, so I will hold off on talking about it. But that's the newest stuff I've been playing. Haven't got to Condemned yet, and I know I told you I would, but I haven't.
Speaking of
One of these days.
disappointed stepchildren, man, how could you, bro?
I'm sorry, Dad.
Let me just hold on one second. Let me just
Please
get
don't
this
hit me.
fucking-
No.
It's ridiculous. Disappoint me again, son, and I will slap a shade of color off you until you're nothing but an albino. Are you whining?
See what he does to me, chat?
Are you whining? Stop whining. Don't talk to Chat Mom. Chat Mom's not gonna help you. Chat Mom doesn't pay the bills.
Oh my God.
God's name in vain?
We're under the thumb of the mountain. Atop Derek Mountain isn't all fun and games. Atop Derek Mountain is hell.
Oh. Let's go ahead and talk, guys. Rob, you are our MC for the day. Please let the people know what the topic is and what we are talking about, and fire away, man. I got some answers.
Since it's the end of the year, that it would be a good week to talk about cheeseburgers and no.
What's your go-to season? Up, down, down, left, right, salt, pepper.
And then having it served by someone as beautiful as a Jinx.
Oh my God. Ooh, I heard you want a cheeseburger. It's in my butt cheeks. Ooh. Ooh.
For this year, for 2022, what was the best surprise you've had with a video game? So a game you either played and you didn't have any expectations and it surpassed all those expectations and it was a great surprise, or just anything of that nature of a game that just surprised you and how good it was, maybe how bad it was?
The game that I got the chance to play, and I'm still playing it, and I can't wait to do more than one playthrough. I knew it was gonna be good. I just didn't think it was gonna be that good. And after hearing
Right,
the
now I know what you're talking about.
and then hearing the recommendation after we did, I think, episode 3 of NPCs ALL, and Luke was talking about it, I was like, you know what? Okay, that sells me. It's $30, whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Stray. First of all, I hate cats. I'm not a big cat guy, all right, at all. But like, you sold me on the concept of just like being a cat in an open world. That's never been done. Never been done well in that case. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a try. And I played it as my guilty pleasure game, not streaming, just like on the low. And I felt like that was the biggest treat for me. For 2 hours out of my night on a long day, I get to come home and be a simplistic cat doing very simplistic cat things.
Oh, now you're
solving
selling me on it.
puzzles. It was not. It was a. There's not too many games that give you a unique experience. Like every game that we play nowadays is just usually, you got the masterpiece and they took clay and made another masterpiece over it, right? And like that, not saying that that's a bad thing, but like for me to get something brand new and to get something so enthralling from environment to how the game mechanics work, like the fact that there's no human beings and it's just like I'm just a cat.
A game that is exactly the same as every other game before it, but somehow wound up being better and super fun, is Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Oh
mention that.
yeah, I heard nothing but great
Two-thirds
things
of
about
that game is amazing, and then the sequels are quick. So it did everything perfect.
Which is good. Which the sequel should be quick because
Yes,
they were awful.
they're not good, even in Lego form. They're not good, but they're
Mm.
short.
good.
That's awesome.
As they should.
But yeah, that game, it's just funny. You just play it. Some of the missions are fun and stuff, but they just made it funny, and it won.
this didn't come out in 2022, but for Xbox, it came out in 2022. Fall Guys, personally, it didn't seem like a game I would really enjoy or have fun with. And once I started playing it, I got like addicted to it for a couple weeks. The different events they have, it's like almost every other day they have like new events going and all like the cool skins you can get. Like, of course, if they're putting Godzilla and Sonic skins in Fall Guys, like you got me hooked. Like I'm of course gonna get like the Godzilla head and then put like Sonic shoes on or something like that. What was the most disappointing game of the year for you?
Overwatch 2. I know it
Oh,
hasn't really
good.
come out yet because the whole point is it's a single player like experience and they just haven't come out with it yet. So all they've done so far is give us, I think, 3 characters, like 2 maps, and take away all of our skins that we used to be able to get for free.
My biggest disappointment that I have, and I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, the one thing that it hurt me because the concept was so good. Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
30
sad.
frames a second.
The only redeeming quality about Gotham Knights that made that game fun for me was the fact that the co-op. That made it fun because like you can do like the combo kills and everything else, or should I say not kills, combo Batman maiming and putting people into vegetable state. Like that by the way, that's all honestly way worse than killing somebody, Batman. What the hell,
I know,
dude?
like seriously.
Like, come on, man. Like, if I was like in a bed and they were like, "So what you do, scumbag?" Batman turned me into a vegetable. Wait, he did? And then he turned my kids into vegetables. like, I feel like at the end of the day, you just disarm that man's entire life. Like, you could have just broke his arm, bro. The combat in it felt so lackluster. I felt like if you had 4 players, right, and you were able to do team kills and everything else too. Literally, the characters themselves only have a certain amount of like creative end caps that they do to the goons. Now, I haven't leveled up my Batwoman all the way. Like the cosmetics, beautiful. Everything about it, the cosmetics on the character, awesome. But like actually physically, the fighting in it, I felt bored. I felt like I seen the same animation over and over and over again. But when you play Batman, he was breaking people's body parts in like 17,000 different ways. I never seen like the same one for like at least an hour or two of gameplay. When I played that, it just felt like the creativity of that aspect was kind of gone and lost on me. And they leaned heavily on the co-op aspect. But if you buy that game by yourself, you're not going to have as much fun unless you're playing it with friends.
Pokemon Violet and Scarlet is my disappointing game for this year. It had so much hype. The game, I don't know if you've seen any footage of it, Derek. Have you seen any?
Oh yeah, I've seen footage like
Oh, yeah.
the one where you get on the bike and you just turn into like Eren from Attack on Titan. Just like I've seen.
Like stick figure. My favorite one is when the guy's in a battle and his character is like frozen and the Wiglet comes up between his legs. And the Wiglet's like attacking the other Pokemon while the guy's just standing there.
Imagine that gym leader that's like, you thought that your Pantheon of legendary Pokemon was good? Unzips. Use headbutt! Lieutenant Surge, no! Jinx is like, ooh.
She pops her head around the corner. What's this? Running around the world, you get like the bike, the legendary Pokemon. It was one of the main gimmicks of that game. So when you get on one of the Pokemon ride around, the game just is super slow. It's very slow going from like section to section when it has to load things. Some of the UI stuff isn't the best. They cut a lot of Pokemon, which is like fine if the game was polished in like if the company that is a multi-billion-dollar company decides not to put in all the Pokemon and only like it's the smallest Pokedex, I think, or one of the smallest Pokedexes, and that's fine if they make it a good game. But like the game just has so many technical problems, and it's really getting dragged through the coal right now with fans, and it sucks because I'm having a good time on it, but it's like it could have been so much better. So would you guys want to start with worst or best?
Dude.
What do you want to do
Let's
first?
go worst. Let's end on a good note.
All right. Let's go, Derek. What, in your opinion, was the worst garbage of 2022?
I'm gonna give this the worst game because I had really, really low expectations, and somehow they just couldn't meet it. Nick All Stars Battle.
Oh,
Oh my god.
All it needed
yeah.
to do was be a half decent game where I get to punch Cat Dog in the face with Hugh Neutron. That's it. That's all we needed, and it couldn't even do that.
Not Hugh though. They had
Yeah.
Hugh as DLC. What more do you want?
Yeah,
Him to
no,
be
but
fun to play.
yeah, my main issue with that game was that none of the freaking people voice acted the characters. Like,
Yeah,
how
that
could
was
you
a huge
not
issue.
bring Tom Kenny? That one man could have voiced half of the goddamn cast.
For worst game of the year, I'm cheating because this game came out at the tail end of last year. But the life cycle of the game, the majority obviously was this year. Halo Infinite.
What a big
Shots
controversial
fired.
slap to the face. Oh my.
Extraterrestrial shots
Yeah,
fired.
I think like how Arceus was this cool, sort of open world game where it's kind of like a Pokemon Go, but like a actual Pokemon game kind of mixed, like how you
Mhm.
catch Pokemon and stuff like that. It really was a super 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 fun game, and I loved how it was in the old region because I don't know if they've ever done that with a Pokemon game. Had the timeline like not like current day, I guess. And it was back I don't know how many hundreds of years ago, but they had like the original Pokemon balls and Pokeballs and not Pokemon balls. I'm sure that's something Jinx would go for, but
Yeah,
Pokeballs.
you're damn right.
But yeah.
What about the Jinx?
So now let's look into next year for 2023. Do you guys have any anticipated games you're really looking forward to next year that you hope are good, or just any games on your radar at the moment?
I got an easy one. So I've mentioned it before already. I think you already
I got
know.
3.
That
You
Island
got
2?
3? Yeah, I got
Yeah, I
one that
got
I'm
that.
really excited for, and then I got one that I'm waiting to see more of to really kind of solidify my excitement. Dead Island 2. Give me that ace freaking
Yep.
sap, all right? I want
Yep,
that game
me
so
too.
hard. I need something that it is not Dying Light. I need something that wasn't a disappointment in that sense for a zombie title. I need that in my life. Give me some hack and slash, blowing up zombies. I want a first person Dead Rising experience, and that game I know is going to absolutely nail it.
So the game I'm most excited for is Hogwarts Legacy. Just because everyone I know is excited about it too, so it's like this, like everybody's getting it, everyone's gonna play it. I just love when those things like fall together like that. But a game that's more questionable that I'm waiting to see if it's fun is Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too.
That's one of those movies I love, just watching like bad horror movies, and I put that one on. I was like, this is better than it should be. Like, this is actually
Yes.
kind of a fun movie.
Oh, I forgot to add that to the list.
So yeah,
It-
that might be
I-
a fun game.
I
Yeah,
saw
that would be
the
really fun.
the remake, like the level designs and whatnot compared to the movies, and like how accurate it is. Like watching, I love watching those trailers. Like how the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they did theirs in comparison, and that is just awesome. So cool.
And then my last game is something I found out like an hour ago, like right before we started this podcast. I was looking through games coming out next year, and there's one called, it's a simulator game, and the name of it is I Am Jesus Christ.
Oh, I've seen that.
I know nothing else, but I'm hyped.
What is this game about? Like, I need to know. I am Jesus
want to
Christ.
set-
Setting
Your
up the
leprosy.
Kratos versus Jesus.
That's what they're
Angle.
doing. This is, I'm telling you, man. It's just, you're gonna hear that epic like song that plays every time Kratos says something deep and depressing. And Jesus is gonna be coming out of the freaking cave, and they're just gonna get. It's literally gonna be him holding a cross and him holding the axe, and they're just gonna beat the damn out of each other, and it's gonna be wonderful. David and Goliath are gonna have to fight each other. Who else is in there? Adam and Eve might come out of nowhere. I don't know where they came from, but they're there.
They came
Who
from
else
the
is
Garden of Eden, don't you know?
I'll name off quick. Hogwarts Legacy. Looking forward to that one. Dead Island 2. Obvious. Looking forward to that one. Tekken 8. Very much looking forward to that one. Apparently, there's supposed to be possibly a teaser or a trailer coming out on the 8th of this month. We'll see if that happens. I mentioned Redfall earlier, which is the zombie. I mean the not pirate, the vampire. Oh, the
Vampire, pirate,
yeah,
ninja,
zombie vampire werewolf.
Jinx.
Jinx. Oh, yep, Jinx.
Yeah,
You gotta
always
remember
like
that.
Jinx.
What a crossover.
Skull and Bones, and then Texas Chainsaw.
Mm.
So there's a good amount of games next year. I'm looking forward to. So we've been doing this. Do you remember when the first show was, Derek?
The last week of August. It was it was the first show, if I'm correct. Or Luke, you might have a better idea.
The first episode was on Spotify August 17th.
August 17th.
Okay, so in the summer. All right, so
Yeah, end of
pretty
summer.
much 6 months, half a year. We've been doing this
what was it?
almost.
Yeah, August, September, October, November. We're almost
Almost.
we're getting on a fifth month.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
getting there. But Derek, do you have any plans or ideas, since you're mostly the big boss around here?
Don't pedestal my ass. Are you kidding?
I mean, you're the one that sets me straight, I guess, with the backhand. So I gotta.
My hopes for the podcast, and the vision for all of this, the one thing that I really enjoyed when I had the conversation, I had a wonderful phone call with Luke, and he was like, hey, I want to make a podcast for something like that we can go ahead and do for the local broadcasting for our studio. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a great thing. Let's go ahead and do it. And then it got to the point where it was evolving like, hey, if we have to do remote or whatever because of COVID, or not even just that, but just availability-wise, where would we go ahead and host it? And I was like, well, I have already a channel. We can just throw it onto there and, see how it does. And to be honest with you, I mean, chat, community, Sages Ascended, I cannot thank you enough. We, as a collective, cannot thank you enough for being as interactive as you have been, for putting questions into the chat, really being able to participate, to have these conversations about geek culture and pop culture. It's been a blast to be able to do so, and be able to bounce everything off of these wonderful guys here is just that the organic chemistry that we all have, I think, is just very, very nice. And it's something you don't really find a lot with a lot of podcasts, because you get those dead lulls, those silences, those like those moments. What I'm excited for mostly is unique conversations to have, more guests on our podcast, and just more time to have with you guys. Because to be honest with you, I'm blessed in that market. I really am.
I also have a friend that works in Nintendo, so we could have him on. And yeah, he's a big wig over there. And
Oh, is it
yeah,
Jinx?
Stop!
God damn it, Luke.
Thank you guys so much for watching on Twitch. And for those that are going to be listening on Spotify, thank you so much for listening on Spotify. We appreciate it more than you know. You can find the highlights on YouTube whenever I go ahead and get more time to go ahead and post them up on there. They're usually up there every single Thursday. Going to be having a slew of them coming out very, very soon. You can find that on the AtopDerekMountain YouTube channel, !YouTube on the chat, and ! Spotify if you want to go ahead and follow us on Spotify. But again, you guys are the best. I will see you guys next podcast. My name was Derek from Atop Derek Mountain.
I was Luke.
And I was also Luke, but I guess I'll go by Rob now.
Indeed. And this was another wonderful installment of the NPCS ALL podcast. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Peace.